Good morning, modern staters. Oh, wait. Good morning, beautiful people. Wait, that's not it either. Bernice. Good morning, Bernice. How are the chickens doing, Penelope?
Good.
How many eggs we're getting now?
One.
One egg? Yeah, guys. We got some old spinsters in here. Let's see that egg. 2 eggs. Yes. We could split that 3 ways.
Yeah.
Good morning, pigs. Excuse me. It can be a little hectic feeding pigs sometimes. But today we're going to be working on our high tunnel because I still need to install one end wall. Elvira, Zeke. All right, our breeder pair, they've been doing really good. I'm thinking this week she's going to be in heat, so we're going to see some action over here. Yeah, we started this high tunnel this last spring, and we've been growing in it all year long. You know, priorities happen. We had to bring water to the high tunnel, and we just put in this end wall. Priority was the water, and then the drip irrigation that we put in here. And then the next step is we need to enclose this side. This side is the main side that we go in and out of. The doors are going to be for ventilation. Also, it needs to be wide enough for a wheelbarrow or to, you know, put some kind of soil in as we continue to grow in here. Another criteria is that it needs to look pretty. It needs to be functional at the same time. I'm using these metal straps that you can buy separately from Farmer's Friend, and these go around the poles, and then a bolt goes through there, and then you could attach the 2x4 to this. And over the years, you could just drill a hole right into the pole. If you're putting up a 2x4, just drill a hole right into the pole. But I think just to limit the holes that you're putting in your nice expensive structure, you want to try to limit the holes, because that's just going to downgrade it. These are really thick and heavy duty, and once you drill the 2x4 in here, I mean, they're not moving. And then what's great too is that they're movable. If you don't like it in this spot, you could always just take this apart and move it. I'm gonna put some kind of vent on here, I believe, because it doesn't get hot here. I mean, the sides roll up, but I think a vent of some sort, like a window, that would help. This roll-up bar, you need to take this off. This is gonna be in the way. Something that I'm just thinking about is I need more landscape fabric to put in the front, because this is just going to get overgrown when we put the doors. We need to extend this all the way out here, man. Like, we need to go further out. Good thing I didn't throw this wiggle wire away. I had some excess plastic, greenhouse plastic. This was what's left of this whole 72 foot. I'm hoping it is enough, even, I guess, even if I just kind of cut up and make like a puzzle. I'm using the creases in the plastic to help me kind of make it look straight. So the creases are not slanted this way, and make sure that they look horizontal. Yeah, I think it's all right. The wiggle wire goes into these little channels and it holds the plastic. You just gotta pull it tight as best you can, and then with the other hand you just pop it in. Might have to trim off some of this excess. I first wanted to build this with one door, and then I was going to build it with 2 doors. And now, looking at it, I think it'd be more interesting video if I put a sliding door. Alright, we need this to hold some weight. And because I've already put the plastic on, and I don't want to take this whole thing completely apart, we're just going to add some wood to it, because we need this header to, now it's going to hold a little bit of weight with the track and the door. Okay, to keep the plastic tight, I'm going to use these, I guess, furring strips. It's just rip down one by, instead of using the wiggle wire, because I don't have any more wiggle wire. You got to pull it tight down below, and then pre-drill, so you don't crack the wood. Now, if you want to take it a step further, you could also wrap the plastic into the wood. You know, just turn it and wrap it in there and make it really tight. So these are going to hold the sliding barn door and put in these bolts. I had to put a washer in there. All right, I think we got it. Well, the door opening. So now we need to make the sliding door. You know, we needed plenty of room here so that way we could slide the door over and not having to hang over. So we had to shorten up the doorway here a little bit. It's still pretty wide, about 4 feet, over 4 feet. So we still have plenty of room there to push a wheelbarrow through. For the door, we're gonna do a jiggy. We're gonna bust out the jiggy for this one. Now this is a heavy duty jiggy. The one that does big, thick pieces of wood like 4x4s or 2x4s. So it takes bigger screws also because it is more heavy duty. It does a pocket hole jig. We're gonna do that to each corner of the door. All right, so we trimmed out the top opening here just with wood. And then now we need to cut this out. And I want to put a vent on this, but not a typical vent. Something that'll just let some airflow in and have it be open in the summer months. There we go. Oh yeah, it's a lot warmer in here. We're just gonna use a rip down 2x4s for this little door. We're getting so close here, guys. We're getting so close. This is the rollers for that track. It's like a kit. Comes together with everything. I bought this at Tractor Supply. I haven't put this one together before, one of these tracks, but this is something I'm thinking about putting on my big barn, like a giant barn sliding door. And then you slip this one through here. And then you get the other bolt. So then you should have two of them. We're gonna screw these on the door. All right, so here's the problem here. You have this long bolt. So I could drill a hole in here, and that where that sits inside. Or you could just cut that and make it shorter, or you could buy another short bolt. We're gonna cut it off. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we need something to lift this top vent up here because it's just kind of flapping. I put hinges on the top so it opens up. We're gonna use this hook. I'm gonna screw it on the bottom of that door. And then I just screwed a conduit strap. I just bent a conduit strap and wrapped it around this scrap piece of wood, screwed it in on both ends. And the trick is to prop it up without having to get on a ladder. So from this little hook thing, all right, that needed a little stand, a little lip. And then you lift it up, and you place it there, and then it holds the window open. And then to put it down, all right, we are officially done with this greenhouse. What? Not gonna lie, this took me 3 weeks. First, it was gonna be a single door, just a regular open door. Then it was gonna be a Dutch door, you know, 2 doors opening. And then it was gonna be a double door. And then I said, Then I thought, would make it more interesting if it was a sliding barn door. This furring strip stops the door from sliding off the track, so that works. And then we have this furring strip on this side. That works. And then to close from the inside, I added a little notch, something that you can just stick your finger in and move it. Now I could stop at the door, or you could take it a step further and stop it at the furring strip. Plus we have a window, and that's gonna be pretty much open all year long, except for, of course, the winter months. And once I figured out what exactly I wanted to do, it wasn't too bad. Of course, there's more wood than what I need there because it originally wasn't going to be this, but if I had planned it, then I would have used less wood. I mean, really, I already had all this wood. The only thing I bought was this plastic and the track. And I already had the plastic, the rest of the plastic that came with the kit. And then the roll-up side still can roll up. Nothing's in the way. Because if I would have done the double doors, then the double door would have went all the way out here and would have been against this roll-up door, which I didn't like the way that looked. Next year we need to extend the landscape fabric out, because that's just gonna get all grassy right here for sure. It's gonna go up. So we're gonna extend this out. I just need to buy more of that stuff, some heavy duty stuff. And then I think we're just gonna do away with this first bed and probably just put plastic on there, just to kind of limit some of the grass and weeds. It's pretty solid. We put, you know, pipe on this end and a pipe in the ground on that end and a pipe on the ground on that end, so it doesn't really move. You know, I think over time it might sag a little bit because it's not buried in the ground as far as the vertical posts, and that might get a little wonky. But I think I left plenty of space down here for that, so in case it sags down or gets a little wonky, it's not going to drag on the floor. So this side is the main side that we're going to come in and out of. I mean, that'll do a wheelbarrow or a gorilla cart as we come in here. And then on this side, the garage door side, this side's going to be side for bigger things. Maybe a tractor. I'm gonna stop saying that. But at least that's more wider, so we could come in here if we need to. The door was just never a priority all year long. You know, bringing water to this high tunnel, starting to grow food, those are priorities. So finally got to it, but I'm finally done. Thank you, farmer's friend. So if you want to see a whole playlist of this build from start to finish, I have a whole playlist. So if you need something to watch this weekend, well, there's a playlist down below to link, and also I'll put the link down to this high tunnel. All right, the boss lady's here. What do you think?
Well, let's see. I haven't seen this yet. Well,
She saw me from far away building this thing
I
in the
can
house.
see you from the kitchen window. It looks really good. What is this? This isn't glass.
That's a greenhouse.
Oh, this is
Plastic.
nice. Okay, so it just slides. You don't have to unlatch or anything.
No, just slides.
Oh, it's so nice. Wow, and it stays open. This is really nice.
All right.
I love this. This is a really nice touch.
What makes it more durable than this plastic?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I really like it.
And then
Okay.
open up this door.
And whose design was this? Okay, let's see. How do I get it from like slipping off like that?
You just gotta push up.
Oh, okay. So push it up. That is so nice. It's perfect. I love it. It looks good. It's like a legit door. Like this is like a real.
Now we gotta clean the greenhouse.
Now that has been on my list, and there's just been so many things that have come up, and that's been on my list of things to do, and I have been neglecting it. But
I mean, we have some tomatoes that are holding on for dear life over here.
I don't know. Those look like those have frozen and thawed again, so I don't think those are any good. But we can give them to the pigs. And then it looks like my celery has taken on a new life.
Yeah.
Like it's like died and
grass.
resurrected again.
Yeah, we haven't been watering in here.
Yeah,
We
I
turned
turned
the water
off
off.
the water because I had these collard greens and kale growing, but the bugs ate. Like there's like covered. I went out here to harvest some, and there was just like
Yeah.
nothing left.
The bugs.
Hey, but the celery looks good. It smells good too. So I think this is like the old celery died and was crispy, and then this new celery is growing in. So I'm like, oh, maybe we can get like the second harvest of celery.
But like, we're not growing anything in here this winter.
No, and I'm sad about that. But I think what we talked about is important. Is like the focus should be like, let's set this up for success. Like I think if I was spent my time trying to plant and grow things, I would be driving myself crazy because there's a lot of grass. We haven't finished setting this up. Like one, the doors, the end walls,
Yeah.
and then two, these aisleways. Like the grass is insane. I've already like taken this out multiple times by hand. And if we don't like take the time to properly do it, like lay down ground cover, or what is it called? Cloth cover?
The landscape fabric.
Landscape fabric.
Yeah.
If we don't take the time to do it right, we are going to drive ourselves crazy by ripping out this grass over and over again. And it's going to encroach onto our plants, encourage bug growth, and we're not going to have success. So I think we should just take a minute and do it right. And like lay down the landscape fabric.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you do
take-
like these. You do like how we put these rows.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like how
Yeah.
there's like this one walkway here, and then there's the rows over here.
Yeah.
I do think troubleshooting though, I think, I don't know if these drip tapes were the best. Because they kept popping off. So
Yeah, they pop off.
we should figure that out. Like, how could we make it better? But I mean, they weren't terrible, but they weren't the best. But I think the main focus is like get the landscape fabric, kill the grass, and then kind of rebuild these beds, and then we can have a great year next year with planting. So this was a good trial year, like to
Right.
figure out the hanging of the tomatoes and everything.
Yeah, because honestly, we just kind of put stuff in here just to get it going, and without really having be ever done with it. You know, we had the growing food before we put water in here.
Yeah.
And you know, just finishing the end walls now. If I would have waited till it's all complete, we never would have grew in here. You know, brought in soil. We brought in all this soil. But yeah, that's the next step with this. Before, I mean, we're gonna we only have a few months of a break, and then we got to be back at it.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice to have a break, and then, you know, it'll be nice to have a break, and we'll regroup, strategize, and then come back strong.
We'll and I think we need new potting tables.
Oh, like homemade ones out of wood?
Yeah, like not this little folder. We need more of them.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, because all this stuff is well, then we got a lot of wind from the hurricane, and it kind of just blew everything around. So I do need to come up here and clean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this greenhouse. It looks so nice. It's very functional.